All right, let's go over this DI. So to do this difference quotient, remember we need to find f of x and f of x plus h. So remember, this is the square root of blank plus 5. So the square root of blank, and I'm going to put in the x plus h inside that blank. So square root of blank plus 5, so x plus h plus 5. So now plugging them into the difference quotient, square root of x plus h plus 5 minus my f of x all over h. Now to cancel this out, to get rid of the h, the strategy when it's a square root is we need to multiply by the conjugate. And it's whatever these terms are, except we change that middle sign. So the square root of x plus h plus 5 plus the square root of x plus 5. And we do that to the top and the bottom, because if we multiply by something, it has to be to the top and bottom. Now the bottom we don't have to touch anymore, but the top, we have to multiply this out. We have a binomial and another binomial, so we have to distribute it. So that times that is you're going to get the square root of x plus h plus 5 squared, since there's two of them. That times that is plus the square root of x plus h plus 5 times the square root of x plus 5. Multiply those, minus square root of x plus h plus 5, square root of x plus 5. And then last, minus square root of x plus 5 squared, since there's two of them. Square root and the square cancel out, square root and the square cancel out, plus or minus cancel out, so I'm left with x plus h plus 5 minus x plus 5. And that's all over h times the square root of x plus h plus 5 plus the square root of x plus 5. Distribute the negative. So you get x plus h plus 5 minus x minus 5. The x cancels out, the 5's cancel out, so you're left with h over h times the square root of x plus h plus 5 plus the square root of x plus 5. H's cancel out, so you get 1 over the square root of x plus h plus 5 plus the square root of x plus 5. Let's look at number 2. So remember, this is 6 minus blank. So f of x plus h, the square root of 6 minus blank, and what are we putting into the blank? X plus h. That means that negative distributes. So 6 minus x minus h. So now using the difference quotient, f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Now the strategy, because it's a square root, is you're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate. So the square root is 6 minus x minus h plus square root is 6 minus x. You do that to the top and the bottom. So now we want to multiply that out. So first, so the square root of 6 minus x minus h, and that's two of them, so squared. Now here's the thing. Let's look at this previous one. See how these middle ones canceled out? Whenever you multiply the conjugate, it will always happen that way. So you just have to worry now about the last two. So minus square root of 6 minus x squared. The square root and the square are going to cancel out. So 6 minus x minus h. Square root and the square are going to cancel out. So minus 6 minus x. And it's over h times the square root of 6 minus x minus h plus the square root of 6 minus x. The negative are going to distribute, so you get negative 6 and plus x So the 6's are going to cancel out. The x's are going to cancel out. So you have negative h over h times 6 minus x minus h plus the square root of 6 minus x. This is a weird looking 6. H's cancel out, so negative 1 over, and that just goes on the bottom there. Now, just as a reminder for the polynomials, remember you're going to cancel out, and then you're going to have to factor the h. So the key here is you have to factor out the h to then be able to reduce it.